I went to Jonestown, Guyana in March of '78. I wanted to leave Jonestown almost as soon as I got there. We were searched and surrendered our passports. We had armed security. It was very regimented. I felt trapped in Jonestown. No one left. Jim Jones dropped any and all religious fronts. He was very paranoid. The whole idea of Congressman Ryan coming to Jonestown was extremely threatening to Jim Jones. When Congressman Ryan arrived, there was a welcoming dinner for him that evening in the pavilion. The atmosphere was extremely tense. And we had been rehearsed over and over again what to answer, be on your best behavior.
There are some people here who believe that this is the best thing that ever happened in their whole life.
I had slipped a note to Congressman Ryan. The note said, "Help us get out of Jonestown." I spoke to Jackie Spear the next day. I decided they were my ticket out of Jonestown. The next morning when we arrived at the airstrip, there was a really strong sense of foreboding. One of the persons that came with us was Larry Layton, and he was supposedly a fake or a decoy. Well, we boarded the plane. A tractor trailer with the assassins cut us off, and then I heard the sounds of gunshots. I turned to Larry Layton and I said, "They're killing everyone, they're killing everyone." And then he shot me 3 times, point blank. I had to fight Larry, who was beating me with his fists, and push up through the pilot's seat and exit the plane that way. And I started to run until I got to the edge of the airstrip where I collapsed in a bunch of bushes. After 19 hours of being in the jungle, we were finally evacuated. If it hadn't been for Jackie Spear and Congressman Ryan, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Everyone that I knew and had considered my family for 6 years were dead. My son was 4 years old when he was murdered. Congressman Ryan lost his life in coming down to investigate Jonestown, and Jackie Spear nearly lost her life. She was severely injured. You are my hero.
Vernon, how are you, sir?
Good.
You've not seen the congressman for 15 years.
How are you?
Thank you so much for being here and talking about this.
Congressman Ryan lost his life, and Jackie almost lost her life. And if they hadn't come there, I would not be here today. I'd be dead.
And tell me what you recall about what happened when things went really bad and on the tarmac, everything that took place from your point of view.
So we went to the small plane, we boarded. It was the pilot, Monica Bagby, my co-conspirator, myself and Larry, and then Dale Parks and his 12-year-old sister in the back seat. And so as we were taxiing down the runway to leave.
Well, you're actually moving in the plane.
Yeah, we're taking off.
Right.
And then the assassins cut us off. And so the plane goes to the side of the runway, and then they start shooting and start firing. And that's when I turned to Larry and I said, "They're killing everyone, they're killing everyone." And then he shot me 3 times.
He shoots you 3 times. You're shot 5 times. And Jackie, you're on the tarmac for 22 hours. You're on the tarmac for 22 hours with 5 gunshots. You're collapsed in a bush at the edge of the jungle with 3 gunshots for like 19 hours, something like that before. How did y'all stay alive?
I really should not have lived.
You had a chunk blown out of your leg?
So my whole leg was blown up. All the tissue around the femoral artery was blown up, but the femoral artery was not. Had that been severed, I would have bled to death in 90 seconds.
Seconds.
Mm-hmm. And so it wasn't my time to go. It just wasn't.
And tragically, your 4-year-old son was murdered in this whole
Yes.
happening, correct?
Yes.